For me, February is when everything seems to bloom because the harshness of winter is behind us, while at the same time the heat of the summer has not yet arrived. So, for my spread this month, I wanted a floral, somewhat whimsical, and a calming theme with hints of a pastel palette and dusky tones. I opted to create a scrapbook layout which presented itself as a vision board, so to speak, for everything February. I dug into my scraps and found some things which I thought would go well with the theme. I especially loved this blush pink color, which I thought I would use as the background and then maybe build my collage right on top of it. Crystals and fancy chandeliers also add a bit of femininity and beauty to everything floral. To give the layout an overall vintage feel, I gave one of the sides of the paper a jagged edge by trimming it by hand. I had this beautiful blue scrapbook paper lying around, and I thought it complemented the blush pink paper perfectly. I especially love the little pink roses on there. It gives such a sense of femininity and absolutely breezy look. I find scrapbooking to be very therapeutic. You get to kind of release the day's stress and actually just play with all the beautiful paper, sometimes even scraps that you have lying around. That way you don't really waste anything, you put everything to good use. And once it's all together, it's a little piece of art that you created. We were clearing out the children's room the other day, and we found so many books that they had outgrown. The ones that were in good condition, we gave those away in charity. However, there were some books where the hardcovers had been torn off or the bindings had become loose. I collected those papers, and I found that the ivory paper in one of the book pages matched this cover perfectly, and therefore I stuck that down, and I think it gave it a bit of an interest and added that bit of pristine kind of look to it as well. Doilies have always been my favorite. I love the lace detailing here, which I think complements the theme as well. I wanted to make the crystal chandelier my focal point, so I stuck that down right in the center, and I added two of these stickers, one with a bodice, a corset actually on it, which I also thought went with a Victorian rustic look, and the other was one that said chocolates on craft paper. I loved that, especially because we've got Valentine's Day coming up. In order to complete the blank space on the right hand side of the page, I stamped a blank frame there. And in order to write February on the page, I used one of our label headers from our February planner kit. I love the vibrant and floral hues in this set. And I spelled out February with our alphabet stamps, which gave it the perfect vintage look. For the quotes page on the left hand side, I wanted to add a sort of a love note feel. For that, I used one of my vintage envelopes, and just as though opening a love note or a letter from someone special brings you joy, the bouquet of flowers here is meant to represent exactly that. I used this washi sticker here to show the kind of love a letter can bring to you. And keeping up with the theme of the month, where everything is rosy and bloomy and floral, I stuck down the bloom sticker from our connection. And right under this, there's a quote that I've always admired. It's from the movie Moulin Rouge, and I believe it was Ewan McGregor that said it. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is to just love and be loved in return. And that is so true. I think that's the greatest joy in the world. And where else to pen this down but on the spread of February. I then finished the page up with a bit of a border on the edge, which I thought kind of contained the look, and splashes of washi tape here and there. If you've noticed, in the process I kept smudging February. That's because the ink pad I was using was not permanent. I kind of got worried that if I flipped the page over, I might smudge the entire layout, so me being paranoid, I covered it up with a piece of paper and stamped February on there. Of course, I'm not perfect. I spelled the E backwards. Oops! Moving on, I like to go straight into the weeklies. The weeklies are the page which I think I use the most. And this time I wanted to go for a Dutch door effect. This way I wanted the names of the days of the week on the left and the right hand side respectively, and for the dates of all of these, as in the different weeks of the month, to be in the middle in the form of a big booklet. As I go along, I think this would make more sense. I don't think I've explained it properly, but you'll see what I mean soon after. The beautiful thing about this month is that it has exactly 4 weeks. It starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday. Therefore, there are no odd pages. So for that, this layout is absolutely perfect. Now, as you can see, while I flip the pages for week 1, 2, 3, and 4, the dates will change, but the days of the week will remain the same. I like to place one of my mini calendars right here on the top right hand side, because this is easy reference for when I'm planning throughout the week. I will now have a view of the entire month no matter which week I am on. I finish the calendar off with one of our quotes. For week 1, I go in with this green metallic jelly roll pen, which I think complements the colors of the stickers. With this pen, I draw out the boxes for each day of the week. Being the perfectionist that I am, I chose to go in with a ruler. I know the grid lines are supposed to help guide you make straight lines, but I'm one of those people, if it's not straight, it's just gonna bother me. And for the dates, I went in with the circles, and I decided that I will write down the dates on top of these with a permanent pen. I stick a to-do list in the top right hand corner along with a tracker and one label for an important date of that week. I go in with my permanent pen and write down the dates, and then I use my trusty stamps to mark down the week. Just to finish the look a little, I add this craft leaf sticker, which I think just looks beautiful. It's simple and it's nice. I was missing a bit of a pink color here, so I added some more of the blush pink paper and then added one of our stickers on top. I also used one of the remaining doily pieces here just to make it cohesive. I later went in to mark some of the dates that I knew I had things to do on. For example, on the 6th we had a photo shoot with our baby, so I attached a princess crown there. It's also my mom's birthday, hence the label. I then go in to create space for a running list for the entire month. This list will be visible to me no matter which week of the month I'm on. Moving on to week number 2. Again, I stamp the week with my stamps. I really can't get over the way this looks so nice and rustic. I use the remaining circles for the date stamps for this week. And again, a to-do list in the right hand corner for the week. I will also add a tracker sticker and one label for an important date. I like to break down my tasks and to-do lists week-wise. That way it's easier to manage and easier to get things done. If I just have one massive task for the entire month, I feel that I never really get anything done, and at the end of the month I just feel flustered because then I wasn't able to do anything. I wanted to keep this spread nice pink and blush, so I just went in with a plain kind of a pastely pink marker to separate the dates. And as you know, it's going to be Valentine's Day on Sunday, so we are hoping to go out for a family meal together with the kids. So I marked that date with another label, and depending on what we'll do, that's what we'll mark on the label. My son has a big test on one of the days, so I attach one of the lamp stickers to remind me. Moving on to week number 3. I wanted to do something a little different. So for this week, to mark out the dates, I used this really pretty blush pink washi tape. and I kind of cut little edges out of it from the bottom so that they look like little flags. And this is where I'll be marking the dates for the week. Again, I add the weekly to-do list in the corner, and I wanted to track which song had been trending in my head this month. So I add the headphone sticker there where I'm going to write the name of the song, and also I have a doctor's appointment this week. So I attach a little alarm reminder in the top right hand corner and the corresponding stethoscope on the day of the appointment. I demarcate the days on this spread with washi tape just to make it a little different and not repetitive like the other spreads. Again, I'm using in some more of the little paper I chopped up for the beginning and just making a little mini collage in the top right hand corner there to add some interest to this page as well. How can we not think of Eiffel Tower when we think of all these romantic pinky hues? I thought that also added very nicely to the touch. And just to finish the look off, I've stamped a little flower in the corner right above the Eiffel Tower. I really like the way this spread turned out. Moving on to the final spread of the week, week 4. I stamped the same flower in a brown color and I think it looked so much nicer. I might just use this again next month. I wanted to do something a little different with the boxes. I went in with a traditional black marker and kind of gave the edge of the boxes a little stubbed edge, so to speak, on the ends. I really need to train myself to be able to be okay with drawn lines with rough hands. I wish I was smooth enough to make them straight. I then color in black circles and I will go in with a white sakura jelly roll to write in the dates for this week. I love this pen. It comes out very nice over dark colors, especially if you're using black paper or craft paper. I highly recommend that you give this a go. Again, to-do list, a tracker, and a corresponding important date label. Again, some provision for the running list on the right hand side. Moving on to the next spread. Now on this I wanted to give the border a bit of a dark color because we've been using very muted tones and blues. I really like this cranberry kind of purplish color. It also complements some of the stickers in the packs. So I went around and I gave the page a border with this marker, and I really liked the royal and dark effect that it actually gave. I use one of the stickers as the label header, and this page will actually serve as an inventory log. To match the purple color, the cranberry color, I'm using a matching metallic sakura jelly roll, and this is the inventory for my Jot-a-Lot account whereby I make stationery. So I'm going to keep track of everything I've ordered this month for the business. And on the right hand side, I'm going to keep an expense log, or an order log actually, whereby I record all the orders that I'll be receiving. So it's not technically an expense log, it's actually an income log from the business. I chose to do this in the blush pink tone. I love this marker. I love how it matches the blush pink paper I used earlier perfectly. I go in with a double border inside the page, and I use this sticker with a crown, which kind of represents boss lady in Victorian times. Love it. I finally got to doodle on this spread, which I've not done, or I've restrained myself from doing in the rest of the pages. I divide this in 3 columns. In the first one, I write the name of the person ordering, the article they've ordered, the amount, and the total. Moving on, I have this page dedicated to a master list. I am a sucker for lists. My god, I love lists. I make lists for everything, whether it's traveling, going out, what to print, what to buy, where to go, things to do. So I just wanted a random list place where I could just put in all those lists as well. Aside from the running tasks and the to-do lists I have to do in the week and the month, these are just random lists that I would like to make. I initially wanted to make a border with pen, but then I thought that's what I had been doing for all the other spreads. So I gave it a washi tape border with the same blush pink tape. Then I went in with a gray marker to demarcate lines. On the right side page, I am now going in to make my expense log for the month. And I'm going to title this as kharcha. Now kharcha is an Urdu word, and Urdu is my native language. Kharcha basically means expenses or expenditure. I thought this was really cute. I went in with the book page, stamped it with my stamps, added a quote from the sticker set, and a little circle which I thought kind of made it look a little cohesive. This is where I'll be recording the month's spending. I normally set myself a budget beginning of every month, and then I stay within that budget and I kind of calculate as I go along just so I don't overspend. This has been working perfectly for me. And to seal off both the pages, I add some stickers. The next spread is something I haven't done before, but I've seen a lot of journalers out there who've done this, and it has inspired me and kind of motivated me to do the same. This is going to be a monthly review, so that at the end of the month, I look back at all the highlights of all the things that happened. I intend to mostly record and remember all the good things that happened, all the positive things that I learned, and maybe some lessons that I did learn from things that were not so positive. What was happening in my life, what was the state of the country at the time, how things were at home, personally, work-wise, just a bit of a roundup. So in case I need to recall something at a later time, this can be my quick reference. I used a stamp to make the borders, and I think it came out really nice. And moving on, this will be the last page of the spread. This is also something I've not tried before, but I have seen this on YouTube. A lot of other journalers have done this, and I think it's a brilliant idea. This is one line a day, and what I intend to do is that every day of the week, every day of the month, I intend to record one positive or one good thing that happened that day. I think this is important because it lets you be grateful for all the good things you have in your life in an otherwise stressful environment. I will make a column on the extreme right hand side, and you'll see that I'll use that to track my mood. So despite whatever my mood was that day, I want to put down the one good thing that happened that day. And when I reflect on this, I'll be grateful for all the wonderful things, for the life that I have. So there you have it, my spread for the month. I hope this was informative. I hope it inspired you. If you still haven't created yours, I hope you're able to. I will now take you to a final flip through. If there's anything you didn't like, or if there's anything that you think I could improve on maybe next time, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment down below. And do follow me on Instagram. I do post all the random things I get up to over there, arts-wise. I would love for your support, and I would love to have you as a part of the community there. Have a lovely February, and hopefully I'll see you in the next month. Bye-bye.